Welcome back to the Pizza Time Podcast. It's your boy, Coley Plays. We also have Cage,
Giggity giggity.
and we have Alfie. And today we're going to be reviewing Pulp Fiction, made in 1994. Let's go.
Pizza time.
Woo! Okay, Pulp Fiction. One of my all-time favorite movies. Not gonna lie. Quentin
Alfie's
Tarantino,
first time.
obviously.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed in you both, honestly. Like, you
Well-
call yourself movie nerds.
I know it's very famous, and I know Quentin Tarantino is obviously a big director, but I just never had a
Yeah.
place to watch it, especially like old movies. They don't really see them on like streaming services and stuff like that as often, so it's kind of hard
Well,
to watch it.
I mean, it's also because it's like there's a lot of age restricting.
Oh yeah, this is a
parts of it.
very not
But,
offensive, but like, this is a very 18 movie, you know?
I doubt a lot of people would have seen it if they weren't like a lot older. But anyway, yeah, we did this last time. When we said how much the other guys think went into this movie. So it's or how much it grossed, because they got around 8 million to shoot it. How much do you think it grossed
Wait, so
in the US? This is
so-
just in the US.
So we got the budget was 8 million. Sorry. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so is Quentin Tarantino? I'm gonna guess. Is it in the 100 millions? Can I have that? Is it like in the 100 millions?
Hey, I can't. I'm not saying nothing.
Okay, fair enough. Is it 239 million US dollars?
Okay. Alfie, what do you think?
20 mil?
20 mil.
Yeah.
You think they got? They
Back to the Future made
it,
400 million.
Yeah,
I
they think
so.
you think they
Oh,
made.
if we're doing outcome, mate, I made probably billions.
Well, no,
I'll
just
go
in the US
eight-
on its
I'll go-
original like release and stuff.
I'll go 500 mil.
500. You guys are going way over. This is just in the US. They made 210. Well, around 210 million.
I said 239.
Yeah. Yeah. But
But I was, like, right on the dot,
Yeah,
pretty
Cole was obviously the closest, but 500 mil. Christ.
Yeah, that's like
Leave me alone, man.
insane for back then. Back to the Future. made
Endgame
400
money
million.
right there.
Endgame made 2.1 billion. It's like the highest gross movie of all time.
Yeah, exactly. But
Crazy.
yeah. Anyway, I love this movie.
Yeah, you do.
It's brilliant.
I didn't mind
And,
it. I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was
mm, mm.
bad, but it wasn't my favorite movie of all time. Though it felt kind of slow at parts, but I guess that is just kind of the old kind of aspect of it. And I liked this. I liked a lot of the cinematography. So like just like the camera shots lingering and just because it was basically all on acting. There was no like jump cuts everywhere and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I
It was
mean-
all just like the solid acting for like solid like one.
Well, yeah, a lot of the budget actually just went into paying the actors' salary, not even for the full
I think
movie.
that's really good. That's a good way of doing it. To be honest, I think.
I mean, for some movies, for a Quentin Tarantino movie, yeah,
Yeah.
he's a
definitely.
brilliant director.
It was very funny. That's what I
Um,
gotta say. Like it was
yeah.
extremely funny.
Like
Very
there's
funny movie.
bits where you don't expect you'd get a chuckle out of it, and then you just laughing. Yeah. It's so quotable as well.
Yeah, it's very.
Like
It changed a lot of cinema
all the
stuff.
quotes you can get from it. Yeah.
Also, the soundtrack's pretty good. The soundtrack is
It's very
awesome.
memed, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like the opening scene as well, with it's like the cafe,
Yeah.
and it's like this.
Goes
Yeah, it's just very funny.
Yeah, it goes from being like really calm, sort of like they're basically whispering, to screaming and pointing guns in everyone's faces.
Yeah, I wanted. I've got a question, Cage. So,
Yeah.
you got your little thing with the
Oh, God,
budget
I don't
and
know
all that
this.
stuff. Well, no,
Yeah.
you probably won't know this. It's quite hard to know, but it's a general guessing one. Alfie, you can
Alright.
obviously take part as well. So, how many F words do you think there are in this movie? How many freaking?
I think there's something like 20. I'm gonna be way off. It's some. I remember hearing about this. I'm probably forgetting, but like something like 57. I don't know.
57? Okay, that's a good guess. Alfie, what about you?
I mean, there's like 8 in that one scene, so I'm gonna go like way high with like 120.
Okay, well, Alfie was closer.
Ah,
Cage, you were
It's gonna be
way off.
higher.
It's
It's gonna be way higher.
200 and something.
265.
You know what? If you heard it, like rewind, you heard me say 2, but then I was like, oh, I was about to say like 20 something. And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way, bro.
Mate,
I knew it was something like,
265 F
Find out
yeah,
more
there's
about a
loads.
movie that
Yeah,
you
there's a
like.
lot. Yeah, no, shut up, man. Shut up.
That's a pretty big fact
You-
to know, though. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah. Like I heard it somewhere as well, and oh, that's annoying.
Yeah,
Well,
and
like one
you were
apartment
right,
thing, there was
Cage,
at
as
least
well.
like 20 F words, bro.
Yeah.
You were right about the salary thing.
F-bombs.
5 million. It cost 8.5 million to make, and 5 million of those dollars went into the actors'
Yeah.
salaries. And
Yeah.
yeah, it made that all back in its first week at the US box office.
Yeah, you can see Vincent in like his white t-shirt going to the toilet, in the background.
Is that John
And, like,
Travolta's
you-
character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And oh, it's just everywhere. You can see it everywhere.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's my other favorite part about this film.
Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta's chemistry on set was
Amazing.
I saw some like behind the scenes stuff on YouTube because I kind of like looked into it a bit more, and it's very funny how like well they got along and stuff like that. And then see the success of them now is quite cool. And
Yeah.
that's one of their biggest movies because the cast of this movie is A list at like the finest.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis and Die Hard was out by then, so yeah, Bruce
Yeah.
Willis.
Sammy J though, he's the crowning jewel
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
Here's
definitely like
Alfie's
Bruce
fun
Willis.
fact of the video, incoming this
Oh
early.
yeah,
in.
here we go.
Did you know Samuel L. Jackson actually had to fight for his role?
Really?
Yes, I have.
Who
heard about
over?
this.
Like who did he fight?
Yeah, he flew back over just to
Paul
re-audition.
Calderon, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Like,
Did he not end up playing the guy behind the counter, like the bartender guy?
I don't know. I don't actually know what he looks like. All I know is his name.
Oh, wow.
So
I
basically,
might be
I've
wrong
done my
with that,
research.
but like, I'm pretty
I've done
sure.
my research, and like, so the actual character was written for Samuel Jackson, but
Yeah.
Tarantino really liked what Paul Calderon did. Like, and he would have hired him instead of Samuel Jackson if he hadn't had to fly back and do his audition again.
Yeah.
So someone that could have beat Samuel Jackson in acting.
For a role made for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
But,
movie wouldn't have been the same, definitely,
Brilliant.
without him.
Nah.
Really made that.
Oh no, man sells the team.
Uma Thurman's pretty good in it as well.
Yeah.
That scene where
Definitely.
like the drug, when she gets like overdosed, she's like, "Oh, this chick
Yeah.
just OD'd," and like, and
Yeah.
then they had to bring her back to the house, and then and that was very funny.
Yeah, and then they shot in reverse, Vince stabbing the needle into her chest.
Did they?
Like, yeah. So
pretty
originally it was like his arm was like at her chest, and then they reversed.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty cool like practical
I'm-
effect kind of.
I'm not holding back this time because before recording, Alfie expressed to me that he did not, in fact, fully enjoy this film, which has made me quite upset.
Yeah, Alfie.
and
we
I'd
haven't-
like
we haven't
him
spoken,
to
so, Alfie, tell us
explain
your
his
thoughts on the whole movie.
Explain yourself, lad. Explain yourself.
Yeah. Oh,
Fight
boy,
back.
This is gonna go really badly. I can see it from
I'm
now.
gonna just sit
but
back
alright.
and let this hell and.
All right, let's discuss my opinion.
Yeah.
The movie was okay. Very good cast, very good acting, but it's not my thing. The sort of thing they were going for was just comedy and serious scenes which didn't belong.
Okay, explained it well.
That's my main opinion. The topic itself wasn't really what I watch because
I can't
was sort
argue with opinion. Give me something good here.
I was sort of there for I was there
Okay.
for the comedy, but the
Yeah,
comedy is
but, like,
just so
that's the
mistimed.
point. It's
constantly.
supposed to be like, it's supposed to catch you off guard with the comedy. Like it's supposed to make you laugh.
Yeah, but when there's
like
like
a really
serious Samuel
scene-
Jackson acting, and then there's just a funny scene for no reason, it
Well,
doesn't fit.
give an example. Give an example.
In the diner scene when he was holding a gun at the robber guy, what his
Yeah.
name? Like it was like really serious,
Okay.
and then he's like, "Pull out my wallet. It says bad motherfucker on it."
Yeah.
It's
Bro,
obviously meant to be somewhat funny.
Iconic.
While there's
yeah,
that,
but that's not
while there's
supposed to
that
be like
woman that I
cackling
hate
funny. That's
that I
supposed to
did
be
not
like,
like
oh.
in the background, There was like
Oh,
one I
yeah.
didn't like in the background. He kept trying to
Yeah.
calm her down, trying to
Yeah.
make it sound funny. It's like, oh, calm down, love. I didn't like that part because it's just very mistimed.
Oh no, but like it's supposed to be like crazy, and she's like she's crazy.
Yeah, it's a crime like on Google it says the genre is crime drama, but then it catches you off guard with the comedy. I agree with what Kate said, and I think the
Yeah.
jokes really did land. Like they were very funny at
Yeah.
certain parts.
They're brilliant.
There are a few funny scenes. Like I'm gonna go medieval on your ass. So that was a very funny scene because that was
that was funny
that
for
was
you.
nicely complemented to a serious like scene because it was meant to be a serious scene,
Oh
but
yeah,
it
after
I'm
like
had
the
like
big
nice
crime boss
medieval
got
on the
raped.
way.
it had
and
nice
then-
comedic relief
But
in
yeah,
that part, but at some parts it sort of missed the mark for me.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I like Butch as a character. I really enjoyed. But
Oh no, I was about to say I love this film, but and obviously Butch is important with this, but he bored me. Like the character bored me. All the scenes he's in, when he's either just like getting angry over a watch that he should have just probably kept on his person, um, or he's just. I know he's supposed to be like strong and silent, and then like gets angry when it's about the small little things. And he boxes a man to death, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
At the start. But like it just bores me. Maybe it's because I'm missing out on Samuel L. Jackson, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Alfie, what was the biggest letdown for you then? That's my question. What was like the thing that was like really made you? What was the worst thing in this movie for you? I guess.
Well, I don't know. Every scene that had Honey Bunny in it, basically, she was such a fodder character. In my opinion.
Yeah.
But how's that a letdown though? Like it's just
Yeah, but she was such a bad character. She had no
uh,
reason to be there.
Oh, the
for half
crazy
the
one.
scenes.
Yeah.
I
There's no point
mean,
having her, to be honest.
yeah, but the whole point is that like she's annoying and you just want her to shut up.
Exactly, that's what I wanted.
Well, then it's not a letdown. Then it's just annoying.
Well, what
Yeah.
kind of movie wants you to hate a character that's meant to be one of the main characters in it? Well, not a main character.
They're not a main character, but like I get what you mean. I get what you're saying.
I
But
do like that though. How there's like there's not really like a main character. It kind of switches between different plots.
I do
inside
like
this
how it's sort of
movie.
just an overview of what happens in a criminal's life to an extent.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
the
But
the
that's
thing
more reason why the comedy just doesn't really make sense.
me and a lot of other watchers like when you first, and I'm assuming it might have happened with you guys, when you first watch it, and like it keeps like cutting and switching at different times.
Yeah.
It's really like confusing to keep up with it. But someone on the internet somewhere actually got it and rearranged all the scenes and put it in how like
Chronological order. Yeah.
chronological order, yeah. And
No,
it's
that's kind of helpful.
yeah, it's pretty cool and it's a lot easier to follow. But I mean, I don't know, because obviously you get like you you get the two guys in the suits, and then next scene they're going into the bar and they're in like just t-shirts and shorts. Like it is weird at first.
Yeah, I
and then
think
you
my
sort of get
one of my
used
main
to it.
problems with the movie is that like it was very slow, but like I feel like it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. It just felt like my boredom. It wasn't boredom. I don't know how to explain it, but like it just felt really slow. The dialogue, it was so funny, and I really enjoyed the movie. But like 2.5 hours, I did have to like I couldn't
It was
watch
actually
the
3
entire
hours,
thing.
wasn't it?
I
No,
don't know.
no, well, it's
Yeah, 3 hours, I
nearly
think.
3
Like 2 hours
but
50
like,
minutes, isn't it?
Yeah,
but yeah, I know I do get that because
like I went on my
there
phone.
is
there's a
got a
few
drag on,
parts
to
where
be
it just
fair.
drags on, but I feel like
The majority of it is actually good.
somewhat integral to the entire story that you can't really cut a bunch of little bits out just because it's slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, I did go on my
But
phone though on like certain parts just because it felt unnecessary. It didn't even feel like
maybe.
unnecessary to the plot, and I still
Maybe.
understood it fine.
Some of it just sort of felt like filler, and which shouldn't really be filler in a movie, but
But overall, it was actually good. It was a good. It's considered one of the best
Yeah.
best movies of all time
It
on
was not
IMDb.
bad.
It's got 8.9 out of 10. You know, it's
Yeah,
Compared to what other films we did, it's very different in topic wise, but I'd
yeah,
say
because
it's probably
we've done so far up to this point. We've done superheroes and
sort of action adventure.
yeah, action and horror. This one was completely just like crime,
Comedy, crime, but like
comedy, crime,
yeah.
drugs,
Not hard to
drama, yeah,
explain.
whatever. So yeah, I think like researching and stuff for this video was a bit different, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It was. I struggled to find a version. I had to like do some stuff to find an actual version movie to watch, but I
Yeah.
did eventually find it, and it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love this film, and we even have it as a like we have different parts in our intro to the video, in our actual like YouTube banner, as of now.
Yeah.
And it's just
As you
I just
requested,
love
you know?
it. Yeah, at my request. Yeah.
Would you say it's your favorite of all time,
Now,
or is there
uh,
a better one?
I probably couldn't tell you what my favorite film of all time was,
Fair enough.
but I would say this is probably in my top 5, maybe even
Yeah,
top
I
3.
think the
I
question
just
of
do
that,
love this film, like
yeah,
genuinely.
I think the question of favorite movie of all time is kind of subjective because I hate answering that question. If I think it's the best way to pronounce that is to be like the best movie, your favorite movie in a certain genre, because you can't say
Or
like
or even what's your
Dark
favorite
Knight,
movie
but then
right
like
now? Because
comedy.
your tastes are always like changing, what you like to watch and all that.
Yeah, I can never say
You're
like my
you're not
favorite movie
you're
of
not
all
gonna be
time.
like, oh yeah, favorite movie, Thomas the Tank Engine,
Yeah,
the
it has
movie.
to be like favorite horror
Because
movie of
like
all time. Then
that
I'll
was
actually
like
answer the
your
question.
favorite when you were little. But like it's yeah, you're just all as you grow, you're always changing. So I feel like that's a very hard question
Yeah, well, I
to
went on.
answer.
I'm on the IMDb top rate movies of all time, and we
Ooh,
have Shawshank Redemption number 1, Godfather
yeah,
number 2, Godfather 2 number 3, Dark Knight number 4, yes, and then
okay.
something called Angry Men number
Future
5.
podcasts coming soon.
Yeah, maybe. Schindler's List is number 6, which is kind of well deserved. It's got an 8.9.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings: Return of the King is 8.9 on number 7, and finally number 8 is Pulp Fiction, 8.8 on IMDb. So it's actually one of the eighth. Considered one of the 8th best movies of all time, and I trust IMDb to be honest because a lot of reviews. So
I mean, The Godfather's pretty high up there. I mean,
yeah, Godfather 1 and 2 is up there. So
yeah.
it gives me the similar vibes to like
But anyway.
the way it's shot, like the kind of cinematography and like the actual camera. Like it gives me very big Godfather vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I
it does.
agree. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like I'm super. The reason I like it so much is I'm super into like Easter eggs in films, and most of Quentin Tarantino's films either have Easter eggs to other movies or his own films. Like there's a single brand of cigarettes that are always used in most of his films,
Oh yeah, I've actually heard of that as well.
which are the Apple ones. Yeah,
Cool. Man.
it's not just that. There's loads of different stuff. I can't list them all here, but it's brilliant.
Well, seeing as the movie's a bit different, I wanted to ask you guys not the favorite scene question because I wouldn't class it as a scene. I class it as chapters because I think is that right, Cajun, saying like the movie has chapters in a way? Yeah.
That's fair.
When they come up on the screen, it says like chapter this, and it says like this that goes on the day or something like that. I can't remember what it is, but they have like text on the screen. What is your favorite like section? It's not a scene. Like I'll go first. Like mine is the
Your favorite part,
yeah. Takes the girl on the date, like that whole sequence of like the drug overdose and then just
the
dancing at the place. I thought that was quite funny. I enjoyed the sequence.
yeah
Alfie,
at
what
Jack
about
Rabbit
you?
Slims.
Yeah, exactly. What was your favorite sequence, Alfie?
Favorite sequence?
Yeah, you could say scene if you really want, but I'm saying like there's quite.
I would just
extended
say the most with like Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Fair
What
enough.
well, which one do you mean? Like the main like hotel scene where they shoot the guy in?
Yeah, that was good.
That was a very good scene.
I was gonna say that's
I
probably.
dare you. I double dare you.
I double dare you, mother.
Yeah,
He's really good acting. I won't lie.
Yeah, and then how like the guy jumps out, shoots at them, completely miss, and then he has a whole 180 in like how he sees the world. He thinks
yeah.
like, oh, this is his second chance, and then he leaves at the end, which is probably the reason why spoilers. I mean, don't need spoilers, but like why
Yeah,
Vince
about the movie.
dies in the end
that
because
really took
he's
me off
sort
guard.
of on his own. yeah, but like when you're first watching it, you see him like, oh, he's probably just gonna jump out the way, or he's gonna like something's gonna stop him from shooting him, and
Yeah, I
then he
thought he
just gets
faked his death.
loaded with bullets, and
Yeah,
it's mad. It's
really took
mad.
me off guard. But I like how they do the practical. I like how everything. There's no like special effect. It's all practical, and I love that. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure about that anyway. But Cage, what was your favorite sequence? I don't know if you said it or not.
I mean, I would probably agree with Alfie that sequence, but I also like the it's really hard.
It's a very long movie,
It's
so the longer the movie, the more scenes there are really. So it's quite.
yeah, it's like the reverse of our last video, Freddy versus Jason. Go watch it.
Oh yeah, we had to struggle to find
Where
one.
we said what was the worst scene, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well that's fair enough. You
I'd
like
just
the whole
probably say
movie.
the same as Alfie. To be honest, it's just a brilliant scene.
Yeah.
Although I do like the scene where I think it's the second scene of the movie where they're in the car and they talk
Mhm.
about Royale with cheese.
Oh yeah,
It's
I love their
amazing.
chemistry.
Yeah.
John Travolta and Samuel Jackson. They're just like just the
Yeah.
talking. You would expect to get bored in those scenes where it's just them
Mm.
talking, but it really just you just feel you kind of get connected to the characters, which is why Vincent's death like really takes you off guard.
Yeah, it just hits you like a truck.
Mhm.
Okay, so what I mean, like, what would you? Because Cole, you've made a video on this about different films. If you could recast some of the characters, because we've already said they're quite good,
Ooh,
but if you
that's a
could
good
recast
topic.
them,
Yeah,
who'd you recast and why?
yeah. Shout out to my channel where I did the recasted Spider-Man villains video. But yeah,
Get them views.
Alpha, you go first. Would you recast anyone? I don't think we should, but
I think
if you
you know who I would recast.
do we?
No. Oh, what
Yeah,
the woman?
yeah, only
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah. If there's one actor, like actor, actress,
No,
actor.
but like okay, like one of the
I just
main proper
disliked. I don't care
actors.
if that was the way she was acting. She sucks.
If it pissed you off, then that's fair enough. But yeah,
Everyone else, I think,
I've
is
got who
fine.
I'd change. The woman who pissed
Uh,
another woman that pissed me off was the like Bruce Willis's girlfriend person. Her
oh,
like
okay.
voice was very frustrating. It was like whispery, but like not, and it just grinded my gears whenever she was in a scene. It kind of
Grinded my
yeah, it really
gears.
grinded my gears. You know, I didn't like her
Um,
as a character. But yeah, that
I
one's for
mean,
me.
yeah, I guess.
Who would I
I
recast them
guess.
as though? Well, because the thing about actors back then, so I really
Yeah.
do not know who I would recast them as, but I'd recast
Mm.
that person. What about you?
No one, because the movie's great.
True, it's a great movie, but I feel
Okay.
like no. Okay,
Secret option
here's a good,
number
here's,
C.
here's a good way of saying it is that like it's a very good movie, but to today's standards and today's audience, I guess it might not appeal as much. I feel like
Yeah.
the tone and like the kind of whole plot in general might not appeal to like an audience nowadays. So like say a really millennial person like a 12-year-old
I mean,
or like no, not that obviously you
a
wouldn't be able to watch a
12-year-old.
12-year-old, but like like say like in like 10 years or something, I feel like it wouldn't hold up
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
It's very dated, I think.
Well, I wouldn't say dated, but yeah, it's definitely like for those times.
Yeah, exactly.
That type of yeah.
But I think one of the main thing that really like brings it to life and really does make it enjoyable is just the acting and the comedy.
Yeah.
Like the actors deserve that 5 million salary that got split between them.
Oh, not to mention the what was it like? It's like a 10-minute conversation
Yeah,
in the
it's
movie about
crazy.
foot massage.
Oh
About foot
yeah,
massage.
yeah, that was so funny. Yeah, just like the dialogue in general is very good writing. Like I haven't seen a screenplay that good in a while, but it just felt
Yeah.
like some scenes
I
dragged on for a
mean,
while.
I gotta ask it. I mean, is a foot massage worth being thrown out the window for?
I mean, depends who's massaging your feet. I'm not gonna lie.
No, like in that scenario,
Oh yeah, I
does,
get it.
does the guy
Uh,
deserve to be thrown out the window?
well,
I mean, massages hit different, so yeah. I have
but
to say
also
yeah.
it's like
Alfie's like, hell yeah, goddamn.
but it's the crime boss's like wife, right?
Yeah, Marcellus Wallace, yeah.
Yeah, and who is getting a foot massage from that guy, so he.
But I mean,
threw
later on, it turns out
him
that
out the window.
it's completely not true. But like, I wanna get in detail here. What, like,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they bring it up all in the film, but what? So you think
Well, I think
that's completely
the
unfounded?
the crime boss attitude, right? If what would you do, Cage? If you walked home, right, and you had a wife that you love, you know, hot wife, you know, and
Yeah.
you walked home, you open the door and you see that wife getting their feet massaged. I feel like I would
I
be very
mean,
angry. And
no,
when you're
I
a
it's a
crime
wouldn't
boss,
foot
care.
massage.
It's a foot massage.
well,
I mean, it depends on what like.
he's making a move on your girl. Like
No,
it can come
It's a
across as that.
massage, mate.
bro.
It can come across as that way, though, you know.
No,
No,
no, it's
it
a foot
really
massage.
can't.
But also, when it's like the crime boss attitude, what I said earlier is that like he's not going to get in trouble for it because he has Fall Guys,
Like
he has people.
it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be over the top because like he's supposed to be in charge. You're not supposed to do that. But like it is a foot massage. Man throws him off 4 stories.
Oh no, I don't think his actions are justified in front of like bloody building, but I think that
But you're saying you can see why that would make someone upset.
yes, exactly, but not
Is
enough
this
to
just
do
a
What?
side
that.
now?
Yeah.
You
What?
you get a foot massage.
I'm sorry, but if I
Eight
walked home
acres,
and my
gone.
wife was getting a foot massage, I would not be happy. Like I would be.
No, but like
What? So you're telling me, yeah, you live in a 9-story apartment, yeah?
I wouldn't throw them off the window, but I'd
You
be
walk
like, "Oi,
home
mate,
to your woman
excuse
getting a
you."
foot massage.
oh, that's the most British thing
Oh,
I think I've ever heard you say.
adultery.
Oi, mate, excuse me.
I need him to explain himself. You know, I need him to like. So, who are you? Why did
It's another
what is
British
what
thing.
is going on in this room right
In
now?
America, throws man off the balcony. Us. Please
You
tell
say
me
to a
why you are
salon it's
doing this.
adultery.
I'll make a cup of tea, and you can tell me what's going on in this situation.
But no, it's. I think I agree with Alfie. It's got no foot massage. Is a foot
I'd be
massage.
angry. I'm sorry,
I
but
wouldn't.
would.
I wouldn't really care unless it's like sensual. Then yeah, sure. But like
Well, they never.
if they've
tell-
cracked the
I mean,
candles
what are they
and wine
gonna do
out,
with a woman's foot?
yeah, like
Let's be honest here.
People with fetishes, you know, it just
oh,
I
I was refraining from saying something like that.
you never know. Like I don't want anyone going near my wife's toes. They're
What's wrong with you, man?
Bruh.
What's wrong with you?
well, like if you had a wife and someone was
You're trying to
touching her-
justify how a foot massage is adultery. I'm sorry, I can't talk to you.
not adultery, but like if he isn't getting paid to do it from her like as a job, and he's just there giving her a foot rub,
Well, it's
I'm not
just
okay
like
with
a-
that. I'm not. Would you be okay with that? Or just like yes.
I mean, yeah, no,
A
but like I
foot
was saying, it
massage, I'm
depends on
sorry.
how like if they've gotten if they've poured wine out in glasses, they're sipping on champagne, right? They broke the candles out, and they're like they've got the romantic music on. Then yeah, but if they're just like, oh, my feet been
Well,
really
the thing
hurting, I
is,
just
we
need to
don't know
foot
what
massage."
happened exactly, so he could
No,
be
we
just.
don't.
What, their cover story is, oh, I just got a foot massage.
He could have been licking her toes for all we know,
Bruh!
Right,
and then
Why you gotta
boom,
do this?
out the window.
Why you gotta do
That's
this?
fair
let's
enough.
move on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please,
let's move on
please.
from this like 5-minute toe argument.
Yeah.
Let's just please
Okay,
move on.
so we've already said what our favorite scenes in that are, but I mean, like, is there other than Alfie's honey bunny hatred? What's your least favorite?
Okay,
scene?
I'm gonna go first. So I hated I like Christopher Walken, but I feel like that scene with the watch.
No, that was brilliant.
It was funny,
Uh,
but it dragged
the
on
watch
for
of his ass.
yeah. It just dragged on for a long time. It was
The
funny,
one place
but
they
it
couldn't
dragged on.
find it.
Yeah, and then
Oh
also
no, that's brilliant.
and then also the Bruce Willis with his like girl in the bed.
Yeah, no,
Very
yeah,
boring
I agree
scene,
with that.
and
one.
I don't
Yeah.
like her anyway. So and her yeah,
Yeah.
some of the lines in that weren't the best, and I just didn't really like that scene in general.
Hmm. Alfie, what? Like I said, not the honey bunny one. Other than
Aside
that,
from that, yeah.
aside from that,
What, a scene without her in it?
yeah.
Indeed.
What's your
Wait,
least
why are you
favorite?
doing this to me?
I just want to know, man. Come on.
Well, if you want my least favorite scene, I can tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
All right. Can you mute Cage for a few minutes because he's not gonna like this?
Okay, well, I'm not gonna mute him, but Cage, just shush him all.
But the starter scene in the diner.
How dare
very funny.
you? What do you mean you don't like the bloody Why?
Hear me
Why?
out.
Tell me. Tell me a
Hear me
good
out.
reason why you didn't like that scene.
Hear
Other than
me
the
out,
fucking
bro. You gonna
woman.
keep talking? Stop
Yes, I'm
talking.
gonna keep. No, shut up, bro.
Bro,
No,
you're
don't
telling me to
shut up.
explain. You're not
Tell
letting
me.
me talk.
No, tell me, bro.
Tell me
Go
to
on.
explain. You don't want me talking.
Yeah,
Pipe
hurry
down.
up.
You're not letting me speak.
Speak, or I'm gonna throw you out of 4-story bedroom, bro. Go.
Alright, fine.
Explain yourself, coward.
I assume that what they tried to do with that scene was build character, but for me, it was just sort of just a random conversation that kickstarted a movie. Obviously, it fits in with the
Bro,
movie
yeah,
of
but,
crime, but it's just a lot of racism. It's just
Oh yeah, no, it's
not
blatant
really
racism.
necessary.
I agree with that. But I mean, how is that the worst scene? Like your least favorite scene?
It's not my least favorite scene, but I'm not just gonna go for like the popular opinion. Got to spice things up around here, you know.
Bruh, you disappoint me, my friend. You disappoint me. Well, what? No, wait. Actually, what do you think is the popular opinion then? What are you talking about?
Popular opinion,
Yeah.
like the bed scene, innit?
What bed scene?
Like you know what the one Cole said.
The what?
Go on, Cole said.
Oh, well, that. Yeah, but like, there's so many
That's
other
popular
scenes. There's so many
There's
other
plenty
scenes.
of other scenes.
Wait,
The
what one did
writing
I
is
say?
okay.
Oh, the one with the Bruce Willis one. Yeah, fair enough. It was very boring.
Bro.
I just hate that
Uh,
character.
But I gotta go for the big one round here. I gotta
I can
say
see what
what
he
no one
means.
said
Like, it's an
before.
opinion. It's fair enough. But I think that was
it's
very
the
funny.
wrong opinion.
It was just a lot of F words that were quite funny. I think that was
Yeah.
hilarious. And
And of course, it's the British guy.
yeah, the guy's
that has
accent
to
was
be the
very
racist
British.
one, the
What's
main
his name?
racist
Tim
one.
Ross. Tim Ross.
He's just called
No, I mean
Pumpkin
actor.
in the film. Oh, okay, I don't know.
Let me get the Pulp Fiction cast on this. I'm gonna annoy me if I don't find out. It is Tim Roth, not Ross. Okay, I was close. Fair enough.
Well, since we've gotten absolutely nowhere in this podcast, we still need to sort of stretch out the watch time to feed our
Bruh.
egos. So I'm gonna do which actor carried the movie the most.
Oh.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, I want to say Samuel L. Jackson, but I think like
He didn't have as much scenes as
exactly, he didn't have
yeah.
many scenes, so I'll probably say the guy who plays Vincent,
John Travolta.
John Travolta. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Or
Although he does die off at one point.
yeah,
But like, I
still
think he's
Samuel
just in a
Jackson
lot
carried
more
it, though.
scenes.
Even though he isn't
I
as
just-
much, I still think Samuel
Mm.
Jackson carried it more
Maybe.
with his comedy. Bruce Willis though as well because he was in a lot. Well,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the last part of it, he was in quite a
He
lot.
was in, yeah, he was in the main last part of it. Yeah.
Uma Thurman was alright. I'd say.
Yeah, she was
Oh, yeah,
alright,
true.
but she wasn't in many.
Yeah, she just gets
See,
the whole
that's
like
true.
overdose and the date thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
To have Samuel Jackson in your movie, you'd want to sort of milk that. You'd have him in every scene.
But
Oh, yes,
back then,
I will
was he
milk you.
did he have that much of a rep? Was he famous?
I
I
back
mean,
then?
I'm pretty sure he had a reputation, but like, I think this also
Well,
did
if you
boost it a
think
little
about the
bit.
fact that he actually had to fly over to recast himself, that's
Yeah, no, he wouldn't have been like
he
the
wouldn't
big.
really he
He's
wouldn't
not as
really
big as
go
he is
through
now,
that
but like,
now. He wouldn't really go through that now. If he didn't get a role, he'd be alright.
Mm.
But with
I-
that one, he
cool.
actually had to compete. He had to 1v1.
Yeah, no, but I think that was more like he actually wanted the role as well.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, Samuel Jackson, if someone started in a first off movie now, if all they did was read the script, they would be okay. Well, if I didn't get it, I didn't get it. Obviously,
Yeah,
with Avengers, he probably
yeah, I
asked
got
for it
that. I got that.
Fair
because
enough.
he's a bit bigger now, so it's
Yeah.
got less competition. If you don't get it, you don't get it.
Okay, should you get to pizza list then?
Yeah, let's do the pizza list, lads. Okay.
So, the pizza time lists for Pulp Fiction. I mean, we're gonna go through me first, then Salty Boy Alfie, and then Cole can go last.
Yeah.
So I think we'll go.
But before you start, okay, if you don't know what the pizza time list is, then you need to go watch our other podcasts because they're all just so good, except for the first
No,
one.
I mean,
Whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not
they're
going to
amazing.
describe the same thing every video.
Just don't watch the first one.
Yeah, just watch our podcast. It's good. Okay, go, Kate.
Anyway, yeah. So we start off with plot. Now, obviously, I'm going to be relatively biased with this, but I'm gonna stay as clean as possible. The plot's obviously like all chopped up into different pieces and rearranged, which gives the movie obviously sort of its own feel, but it can be hard for watchers for their first time to understand maybe what's going on, unless you have 2 million IQ like myself. So I'm probably going to give it an 8.
Okay.
Whereas we move on to characters. Characters amazing. I loved pretty much all the acting, and even though Alfie doesn't like the shouty woman, I think that's the whole point of the character. So that's just how she was written to be. And also obviously you got Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta, which just a huge carry for the movie. So I'm gonna give that a 9.
Okay, 17 so far.
And overall enjoyment, I mean, it's one of my favorite films of all time. We've already established that I can't pick it as my favorite, but it's got to be one of the best movies. IMDb said it was the 8th of all time.
Yeah.
So we got to go with
You gonna do it?
I
You
think
gonna do the
yeah.
max?
Don't know.
It's overall
No,
enjoyment for you specifically, so.
yeah, I think I'm still gonna go a 9. You know.
Okay, that's
No,
fair.
a 9.
Okay, well you have given it 26 out of 30, so Alfie is gonna go next, and that will add up to another 30, and then I will.
Oh, I'm ready to lower this score, you know.
Okay.
Bro, why?
Alright,
So
let's
26
start
from
with the
Cage.
plot then, boys. I'll get the negatives out of the way. The plot was all over their gaff, but that's what they were intending, so I'll let it off. However, I like a bit of a line in the plot, so I know what I'm paying attention to, instead of just having an EastEnders movie.
0 IQ.
Don't compare us to EastEnders, Alfie, I'm sorry.
Bro, that's a violation.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, EastEnders is trash, bro.
Middle-aged
Anyway.
mums all over Britain.
Anyway, carry on.
Revolt.
Nah, you call that a bit of history. You're not part of my history.
Carry on.
Yeah, before you rudely interrupted me, judging my intelligence while I'm in set format.
0 IQ, bro. Set 8, bro.
The plot, that's what they were aiming for. I didn't really like the plot. It was kind of just a mix of comedy where it wasn't needed in most parts. So, keep it short and sweet. I'll give it a 5.
Okay, 5 in plot. What else? Character.
Okay, cast. I mean, I'll be nice on this one because it's got Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Nice,
I like that lovely man. Apart from Honey Bunny, that takes 2 from the score. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Because everyone else is alright.
That is 13. And your last score on overall enjoyment. What is it?
3 hours, bit long.
Yeah.
Cast sort of somewhat made up for it. Scenes are alright.
Hmm.
However, it was very, very long. I mean, I had to watch it in halves because I just couldn't be arsed and I didn't have time. So, on that basis, overall enjoyment, I could sleep on quite a lot of it. So, I would say a 6 as well.
Okey-dokey, that is a 19 from Alfie. Okay, just giving it
This,
20.
just want to let you all know that's the exact same that Cole gave for the last video on Freddy versus Jason, mind you.
Oh.
So you know, just
That's
gonna leave
true.
that there.
This is a bit sketchy, but we
Just
can't
gonna
be
leave
able to
that
change it
there.
now, so it doesn't really matter.
All right, so last Cole, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'll do mine now then. Okay, so for plot, I think... I did really like it. I really thought the plot was interesting. I thought it was cool to see, like, a crime mobster, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it, but, like, their life. And I just thought it was, like, a cool concept, and I really enjoyed just, like, the idea of it, and I thought it was very original. Like, back then especially, no one's ever really done that. And I liked just the idea of it in general. So, yeah, I'll give the plot definitely a big ol' 7. I think that's pretty good. I think 7 is fine. And then, let's say for characters, isn't it? Yep. Characters, I'll give... Okay, so the cast really does make it good because it's just like the definition of an A-list cast. Like, I don't know back then if they had the rep that they do now, but the cast is just so good, and the acting in this movie is spontaneous, is spectacular. But it's just... I don't know, some characters do bring it down a little bit because that you can definitely see the contrast between an amazing performance and a meh performance. So, but either way, I'm going to give it an 8. And then for overall enjoyment, I really did enjoy it. Like, I love this movie, but it was just certain parts I was grabbing my phone, like I didn't need to listen to it, and I still understood the plot like perfectly. So I really did enjoy it, and I thought it was very funny, and I thought I loved the tone of the movie, and just like it felt cool watching an 18 movie, and just with all the swearing and drugs and stuff, it just felt kind of cool to watch. But yeah, I'll give it a 7, which adds up to 22. So Cage,
Okay.
altogether, Alfie gave it 26. Cage, you gave it a 19. I gave it 22, which adds up to 67. I don't know if I said 30, but 67, which puts it at watched at least 69 times. Right on the pizza list.
I'd hope it was a bit higher, but you know, okay. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. It's opinions, I guess.
I think being under Spider-Man and under Back to the Future kind of fits perfectly because it's combining all three of our opinions, so I think it's fine. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Pizza Time Podcast. I really hope you enjoyed it, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on Spotify.
If you like this video, please do consider checking out some of our other podcasts, as well as our new bonus videos coming out soon.
That'll be all from us for tonight. Tune in next week for the next episode. Take care, boys. See you later.